Hi guys, in this video we are going to understand another feature of an S3 that is called as the cross-region replication. Now the cross-region replication is a rule that is created on the S3 which helps you to replicate your objects into a different destination bucket. Let me explain this concept. For example, let's say you have a bucket in the Ohio region. Let's say I name this bucket as something like bucket 1. Now you would be uploading all your objects from the internet on this bucket directly. So let's say this is the public network or the internet, and you directly upload your objects in this bucket by creating the folders and uploading the files inside it. Now what if, let's assume there is an issue with this bucket 1, or there could be that there is an issue with the Ohio region on the AWS. In that case, the impact will be the files that you have uploaded, the folders that you have created in the bucket 1, that will not be accessible. So for example, let's say if you have some critical files, some urgent files that needs to be actually extracted, you need to get those files available. You will not be able to view them. The reason is because the region is down. So you need to plan a backup. You need to plan a redundancy for that. So what you can do is you can enable a rule on the S3, and that is called as the cross-region replication rule, or you call it as CRR also. Cross-region replication. Alright. Now what happens with this rule is, when you enable this rule, you select a destination bucket where the copy of all the files or the objects in the bucket 1 should be replicated to. Let's say I create another bucket as a destination bucket in the region Mumbai, and I name this bucket as bucket 2, for example. Now when I enable the cross-region replication rule, I'll make sure that the bucket 1 becomes a source bucket, bucket 2 becomes a destination bucket, and whenever an upload on the bucket 1, that is the source bucket, happens, automatically that object will be sent or replicated to the bucket 2, and this is going to happen automatically. Alright. Now what is the benefit of this kind of a rule? Let's say if the bucket is not accessible, bucket 1 is not accessible, Ohio region is not accessible, still you will be able to retrieve your critical important documents from a second bucket in a different region altogether. So this cross-region replication rule is always one way, unidirection, that is from source to destination. Alright. So that is what we are going to test. We are going to test this feature, how we can enable the cross-region replication rule in the AWS environment. Let's look into it. So guys, let's take up a bucket, a source bucket. Let's say I take up a bucket with the name AWS Demo 9876 as a source bucket in the North California region. And I'll select a destination bucket, something like AWS 09102022 in the Asia Pacific Mumbai as my destination bucket for the cross-region replication rule. So what I'll do is I'll just open up the source bucket AWS Demo 9876, and here we'll go to the management, and just below the lifecycle rule you have a replication rule. So already a replication rule is implemented. Let me delete this rule, just a minute. Alright, now I'm going to create a new replica rule. So I'll click on create a replication rule, and here I'll put the rule name. Let's say I put something like replica rule, status enabled. Source bucket is going to be AWS Demo 9876 in the US West North California region. And I select a rule scope that should be applied to all objects in the bucket. Now, in the destination, you have to specify the destination bucket where the object should be sent to or replicated to. You can select a bucket in the same AWS account, like we are going to do that. Or if you have a bucket in any other AWS account also, you can select that, you can specify a bucket in the different AWS account as well. So I'm going to move with choose a bucket in this account only. And I'm going to click on Browse S3 and select AWS 0910 2022 in the Asia Pacific, Mumbai. Select the path. Now the IAM role has to be created. What exactly the IAM roles we have already covered up in the IAM section. So in this particular rule, we are not going to create a rule. Instead, we are going to ask AWS to create a new role for the permissions, so that the source bucket has a permissions to write objects to the destination bucket. So click on create a new role, and rest of the things we'll keep it default and save it. Now let's wait for the rule to be created. Now we get a notification. Do you want the replication of the existing objects, the objects that are already available in the source bucket? Should that be replicated to the destination bucket? Yes or no? So let's say if we select no, then those objects that are uploaded after creating the replication rule, they will be replicated to the destination bucket, not those objects which are already in the source bucket. All right. So click on submit, verify the rule, and that's it. So the replication rule is already created. It is enabled. Here you can see in the replication rules category, replica rule, the source bucket is AWS Demo 9876. The destination bucket is AWS 0910 2022. Now we are going to test this rule. I'm going to upload a sample object on this bucket, and we are going to see whether the same object gets replicated to the destination bucket or not. Let's look into it. I'll go to the AWS Demo 9876 bucket, and I'm going to add a file, a sample file from my local system. So I'll just click on add files, and I'm going to select any particular image. Let's say I select cloud storage needs image, this JPG file, cloud storage needs.jpg, 47.1 KB size. Click on upload. Now this object is uploaded on the source bucket AWS Demo 9876, and this has been uploaded after the replication rule is created. So once we have created the replication rule, after that we uploaded this object, and now this object should be replicated to the destination bucket in Mumbai also. So let's verify that. I'll just move to the bucket section, and here I'm going to select AWS 0910 2022 in the Mumbai region, and here I get the file cloud storage needs.jpg. So this is the file, this is the image that I uploaded. The object I uploaded on the source bucket has now been replicated to the destination bucket, which is in Mumbai region. So in case if the source bucket is not accessible, still I'll be able to retrieve the object from the destination bucket. Guys, if I delete this particular file from the source bucket, it will still be available in the destination bucket. It doesn't mean that if I delete the object from the source bucket, it is going to be deleted from the destination bucket. No, it will be still in the destination bucket. So that was the experiment, the practical on the cross-region replication rule and its benefits. Thank you.